welcome to Menopause Dinners. We are back for season 2. So exciting. My name is Sarah. I'm your host. Not only is it me, but I'm going to be joined by some amazing guests. You can expect real story, laughter, a few tears, and some facts to help you feel not alone in this shitstorm called the menopause. So sit tight and let's ride this storm together. Welcome to Menopause Dinners. This is so exciting. Are you excited? Everyone's excited because we are back. We are back for season 2, and this is part 2 of episode 1. So if you listened to part 1, you would have heard Pete telling us all about his story. He is married to someone here. I'm going to let you guess who that is, but all will be revealed in a second. And I just want to thank Pete, first of all, for being so raw and honest and talking about his experience with his wonderful BF. And it's really, really great that he did that for us. So big applause for you. Let's give you a little applause. Yes. All right, that's enough. So I just want to introduce the ladies are back. So I have Kirsty.
Hello, people.
And I have Carol.
Hi, I've missed you.
Everyone's missed you too. Thank you for coming back. And I think before we go any further, we normally introduce a bit about ourselves, and where we are in our menopause. So I'm Sarah, as you know, I'm your host, and I am post-menopause 3 years. Over to you.
I'm Kirsty, and I am still in the trenches.
Yes, you'll always be in the trenches, our Kirsty. And Carol, what about yourself?
Oh, I'm just starting, but I've been there a while, so yeah.
Ah, you've been there a while. Okay, so exciting stuff. So different format to part 2 than what we normally do. We normally have some dinners, but because it is a certain person's birthday today. Happy birthday, Carol.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
You won't ask how old. 21 again. 21.
Yes.
21. So there is cake, which Carol's taking home with her, but that's fine. We will starve tonight. It's okay. Don't worry. So we will return with the goods next time. Do not worry about that. So today's episode is basically the ladies, just before we've started recording, have listened to Pete's podcast. Now, the reason behind this is not by any means to put Pete down, because, like I said, we are so very proud of Pete for coming, forward and talking. But we want to kind of like go through it a bit, because we don't really think about men. We kind of just think about ourselves and what we're going through. And I think, let's talk about Pete's situation, about what he's mentioned, and to see if there's anything that's maybe changed our opinion about the men in our lives. I think it's changed mine a little bit. So that's what we'll do. But okay, let's have a guessing game. Who's married to Pete?
Are you ready? 20 seconds start now.
No, you've given it away. I was going to ask you a question. I like that. I was going to ask you a question. It's Kirsty. Kirsty. Yes, he didn't mention Kirsty's name because I wasn't sure at the time if Kirsty was okay with me mentioning, but she's happy to do so. So from Kirsty's point of view today, she will be talking about twofold: from the side of the wife, hearing about the man, about what he's saying, and also from not the wifey, not the BF, but thinking about in general, about what he's saying about other women as well. So, ladies, you've listened to it. Should we just talk about what we thought about it in the beginning?
I think that's the better idea.
Yeah, general feeling. What did you think?
I thought it was really open.
Yeah.
I know Pete, obviously I know him well, but I was really pleased that he was open.
Yeah.
I thought he might have just been it's a bit manly. I've got to be a bit manly. Do you know what I mean? And he wasn't. He was just my Pete. And it was lovely, to be fair.
Yeah.
There were a couple of points in there that really struck home.
Oh, I thought you was going to say the PISS off.
No, not at all. No,
I was getting ready for the censor button there.
No, not at all.
Oh, right. Interesting. And what about yourself, Carol?
I have to say that I applaud Pete because he was really honest. And I have to say I'm on Team Pete because I like the fact that he referred to you as your best friend.
I know.
And he didn't give your name or anything else, but he started off on a good point to me.
Yeah.
You're my best friend.
Yeah.
And that's really comforting.
Oh, that is so lovely,
And
honestly.
I know that sounds really cheesy, but we are.
Oh, my God. Someone get me a bucket, please. I'm going to be sick. Just thrown up everywhere. All this love, it's too much. No, I agree. And I must admit, as I said on the podcast, I thought it was going to be a bit more juicier than that. I thought he was going to turn around and say, she's a fucking nightmare. But he didn't. He was just like, from the get-go, he's got your back. And I tell you what, you are so lucky. So lucky.
But I deserve it all.
No, you do. Every woman deserves it.
But do you know what was really nice and all is that he reflected on it that he does have his own medical issues and I have to be aware of them.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I might need his comfort now going through the menopause, but he also gets my comfort for him because he has his own medical
You're
issues.
a team, aren't you?
You know, and that was really nice. It is literally just 50-50.
Yeah.
Excellent.
No,
and that's one of the
lovely.
things I did pick up on, that he's a best friend because best friends know everything about each another. And he really kind of spoke about your being a best friend because he understood what you was going through. And he picked up on when you have good days, when you have bad days, what he has to do within the home and everything else. And I thought, that's exactly how a best friend is.
Yeah, but I mean, I've got to give him a little bit more credit though, do you know what I mean? Because I know that you asked that question about, does he feel that he carries a bit more of the responsibility? So yes, he does, because obviously he works and I don't. But if I'm really honest, he does carry the house a little bit now. He has to because of the fibro. And then this is the circle. And other fibromyalgia people will get this. You are low for a couple of days.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks sometimes. And then you kind of get yourself better. And then you go, oh my God, I've got to clean. I've got to do everything.
You've got
Do you
like
know
a
what I mean?
second wind.
Yeah, I've got to be the wife. I've got to be the mum. I've got to be the friend. I've got to be, everything. And then that just throws you back down again because you try and fit it all in quickly and then you're thrown. So then if you then add your menopause on top of that.
Oh, it's hard.
You're like, whoa.
And we must remind people that this is coming up. So it may actually, by the time, I know some people don't listen to this straight away. They listen to it a couple of months later, but there is a fibromyalgia podcast coming up. Kirsty's on it. I've got another lady coming in who's same, going through the menopause and fibro. So we are going to talk about that. Such an interesting subject. Can't wait to delve in that with you. And thanks for coming back to do that.
Oh, no, my pleasure.
That's going to be incredible.
Yeah,
so I thought, is every man like this? I was thinking, no. I just thought he's just like, if you could, it's like, when you go in a shop and you buy something and it's pre-packaged. There's Pete on the shelf in aisle number 5, eye level.
Elf on the shelf.
Yeah.
On the perch.
I'm going to pick Pete up. I'm going to put him in my basket. I'm going to take him home, and then I'm going to water him. He's going to become a man, and he's going to do all of that stuff. I thought, how incredible is he? He's so supportive. And I have to ask you, Kirsty, is he like that?
Yeah, he is.
He didn't tell me what I wanted to hear.
No. Because there's no juice and there's no gossip. We just gel, and we were friends when we first got together, and we first met. And we were friends from the beginning. So as friends, we would then go out of a weekend and get drunk and have a laugh and be idiots like you do. Do you know what I mean?
Everything else that got on that time.
And that's what it was. And then romance happened, and we were best friends who was then in a relationship, and it's just gone on and got better and better and better.
See, that's so lovely. I mean, I just literally, I thought, because I've known Pete for
Yeah.
a few, so I know that that's his character. Had I met him first, I'd be like, I would be a bit shady.
Absolutely.
And I'd be thinking, he's telling me what I want to hear. But he was so genuine, he's so caring. And yeah, so there's one thing that I kind of picked up on was that, so this is an interesting one because when we was talking about the symptoms, he knows your symptoms because you express them. Is there a symptom that you don't physically show that you have with your menopause? There we go. Because a hot flush you will see.
Yes.
And he can see a hot flush.
Yes.
Yeah. Your brain fog he can physically see because
Yes.
you forget where stuff is. Mm-hmm. And your sweats he can see.
Yep.
So is there anything he can't see?
There's two that I can think of, and one is the insane itching. And it's
I was right.
I'll leave you all to that imagination. And that can be anywhere. And when I mean anywhere, that can be the inside of my little toe on the right side, but not just under the nail, in the corner of the nail that you can't actually get to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, or I would have to turn around and say, I get indigestion quite bad.
He said that.
And
so,
I
never knew that about you. You have that overnight.
Yeah, I have that overnight, and it's so bizarre. And they can't put it down to fibro, and they can't put it down to menopause. But I get it. But I get it with both. And it can be. We'll have a dinner. Is it now that I tell you that he does all the cooking?
That's fine. That's fine.
We'll have a dinner at 6-7 o'clock whenever time he comes home, and then we might have a hot chocolate and some fruit. I'm normally going up to bed for about 9:30, 10 o'clock. So I can wake up at 1, 2 in the morning with chronic indigestion. And then I literally have to drink a bottle of Gaviscon, and then I have to sit up for hours. And yes, Pete is diabetic, so he does get up quite a lot during the night and go to the toilet.
Yeah.
And most of the time he'll go, "You were up last night." That's what woke me up. I went to the loo, came out of the loo and saw you kind of like half asleep, propped up, looking really uncomfortable, going, "Oh my God, she's got it again."
Yeah.
So are you do you know when you've got a menopause symptom? Because some women don't know when they've got a symptom that's related to menopause.
the biggest one for me is the hot sweats.
Okay, so hot sweats.
Is my biggest one, and I know that my temper or my patience is not very good, but now that I'm in the menopause, just be careful.
Right.
I can't explain that any other way.
No, you can't. You can't. But have you had a conversation with him to say, look, I know I just told you to off. That's not because I don't love you. It's because I can't help this rage that's coming up. Do you explain that to him?
Oh yeah, I've turned around and said to him, a couple of times. There is one that I can bring up to now. We've had dinner, and all of a sudden he's kissing his teeth because he's got something stuck in his teeth. And I went, "If you want to kiss something, I can give you something to kiss." Do you know what I mean? Which was like my big fat ass cheek. Do you know what I mean? Right out of this lounge. I said, "But how about you go and get a toothpick instead?"
And how did he come back for that?
Oh, all right. And he hasn't done it since. I said, "Listen, I haven't killed you yet, so you're on a
But
good
did you
one."
talk to him about it after?
No, I just told him.
You didn't apologise?
Huh?
You didn't apologise?
No.
But see, this is the
But
thing.
it was just quick.
Yeah, because and this is not defending.
And it's not saying that I please just don't do that no more. Do you know what I mean? Can you please go get a toothpick? No, I'll get you one myself. You know that.
I think that's the problem because they can see you doing that, but you can't see yourself doing that. Does that make sense?
I know that a friend of mine, husband, called her a very, very bad word during an argument once. And I did say to Pete, "I've never called you that. And equally, you've never called me that. And if that ever came to the situation, then I would be immensely embarrassed about myself or really hurt."
Oh.
So I think if you're keeping the lines of communication open, like if he'd have come back and gone, "Oh, that was a bit strong, love."
Can you write it down, what the word is? Can you spell it? Don't have to say it. I have got a bleep. I knew it was that, and that is like.
Like if Peter said to me over the toothpick thing, steady, I'd have gone, sorry, but you've been doing it for weeks, and I've tried to keep my temper, and now you're just grinding on me.
Yeah, see, that's enough. So we have got an episode coming up, and I don't know the title of it. It's either going to be I Want to Kill You.
Yes, that sounds
or
good.
Assassination, or You're Getting on My Nerves. Yeah, and that is for all these. So keep those ones safe.
Okay.
We will talk about Carol.
Yeah.
Carol, what did you think about is Pete our average man?
I think Pete set the bar, and I mean it in the perspective of Pete said that he left home when he was 18, so he didn't really see his mum in that kind of situation or everything else. And I think that's the majority of men, you know, around. They don't actually see their mum going through it.
Yeah.
But one of the things about me for Pete was you grow, you change, you develop. You're in a relationship. It didn't happen with your mother, which it shouldn't do, but you're in the relationship with a woman that is going through it. You've got no excuse for not knowing, for not understanding, for not looking, not researching. No, Pete set the bar.
He set it very high.
He set it very high.
Yeah.
So, and you know, the fact that he even said, I've got friends that they're not in relationships, so they're not seeing it.
Yeah.
And all right, then it might not be a conversation that men are having, but, you know, in terms of Pete, where he is, at least he's the, what do you call it? The guru.
Yeah.
And he'll be able to talk to them about it, even if it just came up in a small conversation.
Yeah.
That was my biggest thing that I heard on the recording, was that men are not talking to men.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah, but they're not. But
You know?
some do, and I think it's really dependent on them. Kirsty, you're making a lot of noise.
Sorry.
Sorry, listeners. Kirsty's moving.
Sorry.
Yeah, because I think it really does depend on them. I like to think that my husband, for instance, he's got a lot of friends that he's known from like school. I mean, who has that? Like proper school?
I do.
Oh, of course, Carol. But you know, and for them to talk, I know they talk about some stuff, but whether they talk about this, I don't know.
And it's private, because when you think about it, it's between me, my wife, and me and my partner.
Yeah.
So why would you display that?
Yeah, because it is personal. Because
It is very
especially
personal.
if the female's having a bit of a breakdown with it, you don't go, guess what?
No, but I also think, do you know, and I think it's Australian, but there is a real big podcast thing out on Australia, and it's a couple of guys doing it. Do you know what I
Okay.
mean? And they really come up. I'd like to find them. Let me get the name for you. But they have very different topics, and they actually talk about stuff. And I've seen them cry.
Oh, really?
You know, when they've spoken about something, or they've dealt with something, or one of them will go, well, how would your wife react? Do you know what I mean? Or how would your wife react? And I think it's nice when that can happen, because if we can spread the word, and we are allowed to now talk about it, we were allowed to talk back in the day, but we didn't.
Yeah.
But now that we are, then it should be more spoken about and listened to and understood.
So,
You know,
if you're sorry, Kat, if you're a female and you're listening to this and you're listening to Pete, let's just say that Pete's not your husband. Obviously, it's not, and you've got someone that's not supportive. How do you think that person's going to think, what the hell? This is how it should be, or do you think that they're going to think, well, he's a guy, so he's not gonna get it?
I'd be taking the recording home and playing it for him.
Yeah,
And say, listen
And
to
you
that.
need to be bold as well, you know, really start to have the conversation, especially when you know that you're good in your relationship, but he's got the blockage.
yeah.
And I think the conversation still needs to happen. And if you allow him to just walk away or turn his back when you're feeling really low, this thing will escalate. And these are the things that can really break a marriage, really break up a partnership.
And if you think about it, again, you know, we've talked about this, but when you're in your menopause, sometimes you don't even know that you're in it. And I've said this before, when I was having my periods, my husband, I would be like, what's wrong with me? Why am I so sad? And he'd be like, you've got your period coming next week. And that's why, you see? And he knew that I was off. So if they can see that something's off, then it is about trying to find a window of opportunity of talking. But unfortunately, again, with menopause, sometimes that window's not there because especially if you're in your peri and your hormones are all over the place and 1 minute you're down, you're up, you're down, you're up. It's got to be, I'm not taking the guy's side, but I'm just saying that it must be really difficult to find the right time to approach to say, are you okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you want me to help you? And no, I fucking don't.
It is like reading the cards, isn't it? When you're playing a poker game, you don't know what's going to turn over. So
I mean, I've got a son.
It's difficult.
I've got 2 sons, and one is very, they know about it, they understand about it, you know, but he doesn't live at home, so he's off dealing with his own life. But my other son, he knows. He knows about that I'm in menopause, and he knows that I have fibromyalgia. I know that you have got sons, Carol.
Yeah.
How do you?
We know about your son, Carol.
The older one has no idea, not interested, not there yet.
Oh,
I'm young.
really?
My partner's young.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not my cup of tea. That's the older one. The younger one, he's having to live with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I think he's getting very used to it. He knows when he's having a conversation with me and it's going the wrong direction.
Okay.
We just stop talking.
Because I remember last time what you said about, you know.
I've missed something.
Oh, no, about love to a woman. What was it you said? I can't remember what
you've got to say
episode.
that now.
Oh, it was so, honestly, I nearly wet myself laughing.
Come
Yeah.
on, tell me.
Oh, it'll come to me. I will think. It was like, you know, you was explaining to him, wasn't you?
Yeah.
About it's not just love making.
Oh, yeah.
And I said that it's about, you know, you're putting him off. Putting him off.
Because he thinks that he just gets in a relationship with a woman.
Right.
And that, you know, that's all it is. He doesn't realize the long term of it.
Okay.
And that things are going to change. And why would things change? Because
Yeah.
Okay.
he's not changed. But I said, that's not the game.
It's not, is it?
That's not the game.
That was funny. That I think also you've got to look at people when you're in your 20s. You don't really give a shit, do you? Because you're out partying, you're doing what you want to do. It's only when you get to a certain age, it's got to be the same for the guys as well. Because what'll happen, I think, maybe with your son is that he'll park this information, and when it happens to him later on the line, he'll be like, "Oh yeah, I remember about my mum."
There you go.
You know, so I think it's brilliant that you're open and honest.
Very.
You know, it's a way to be.
Very. And I think the biggest thing for me is that when I've just felt like shit, whether it's been menopause or fibro, I can go to either of them, any of the kids, and P, and go, can I just get a cuddle? I need a hug. Do you know
That's
what I
so
mean?
sweet.
Or it's a case of just leave me alone. Do you know what I mean?
I have to say, for the younger one, like Sarah just said, he's parking the information.
Yeah.
The older one, he's going to come in distraught.
Yeah, he's going to,
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he just doesn't see it as being part of his life. And so he would definitely, Mum, because he's already just had a baby. And he's saying, I never realised that having a baby was this kind of difficult and everything
This hard
else.
and
Yeah.
this tired and this much involved and all of the rest of it.
And all of the rest of it.
Yeah.
So you said at the beginning that there's something that you heard that took you a bit by surprise.
Yeah, it was, if I'm really honest, it was how honest Pete was.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? You know, like I didn't say to him, you can't talk about this and you can't talk about that, because I trust him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I just said, look, Sarah needs someone to help on the podcast. Would you give a male perspective? And he went, yeah, I suppose so. And that was it. That was it. He just
did it.
Yeah, he just did it. Do you know what I mean?
So
and
you was
then
really shocked at that.
I thought it was lovely. Honestly, I thought it was lovely. Do you know what I mean? And then when afterwards I went, did you say anything that I need to be aware of? And he went, no. And I went, right, that's okay, then you can live. And that's how it was left.
Yeah.
But that's what I picked up. And the main thing about the men not speaking to the men.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't normally, men don't speak like this. It's only if you're on like a proper flash podcast.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Men would walk along the street or have it over a pint of beer, do you know what I mean? And go, oh, she's only going for the menopause. Oh, yeah, mine's going for it too. And they'd probably slack us off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It wouldn't be a case of, oh my God, what'd you do on this one? Because you don't hear men talking about it.
No, you don't. They are getting better at talking about stuff, but this is like vagina talk, isn't it? Just talking about vagina, and I'm sure most men don't talk about stuff like that. But
You know, I asked an organisation of this lady who runs an organisation, so she has conversations with men, only men. So I said to her, do you think that we could have a conversation with them in terms of menopause? They're in their late 20s, mid 30s. And she said they're not ready for it.
no, they're not.
Oh, wow.
I think you'd put them off. You would. No, I'm serious. I think.
Seriously?
Yeah, no, come on, because it's like, I mean, not for us, but if you look at that age, they're in their prime.
Oh, yeah, all they want to do is like shag and go, don't they?
Well, yeah, shango and just have fun. They don't want to know about vaginas changing shape and shrinking.
But do you think men have a menopause?
But just to raise their awareness, because we're in the 21st century.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, I was shocked when she said, no, she doesn't think that
You
they're
scar
ready.
them. You scar them for life.
But do you think men have a menopause?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I
they
do.
lose their testosterone, don't they, as
Yeah,
they get older. But also, you think about it, it's like a midlife crisis, isn't it?
Oh, God, yeah.
You know, I mean, I definitely think that when I go home, I need to be a bit kinder.
Oh, really?
I think so. I don't know about you two, but I mean, you know, I'm post now, so obviously I'm a little bit ahead, but I think.
Do you reflect? Have you reflected now and gone, oh my God, on Tuesday, the 13th of November, 2000, I bit his head off?
No, last night. I just think that I can be quite an inward person when I'm got an emotional problem. That is me.
I can second that.
Yeah, people will tell me that I can be quite emotional. But so when I've gone through, and I've spoken about this before, a lot of my symptoms have been to do with anxiety, depression, that kind of stuff. I get in my little bubble and I forget about what's going on around me. So if I don't want to talk, I'm not interested outside of that bubble. He may want to talk, I may not want to talk. And I think that's really must be very difficult for him.
Definitely.
Because I don't see that. And that is one of the things I think in menopause is you do not see outside because you're just so in it. So, yeah, I do think that I need to start thinking a bit differently when I can.
And that's what you've picked up from...
That's what I've picked up from because, you know, my husband's a very caring person. He's always got my back and, you know, he's always there. But I do feel that he has had the rough end of the stick, meaning that sometimes he doesn't know what to do. And it is that case, isn't it? What do I do? Because you don't know what to do.
And I think...
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. I was I'll just quickly finish it. It was all I was going to say is that when you're in that state, you don't know that you're in that because of your menopause. So you can't say to someone, I'm depressed because my menopause, because you can't see it.
You can't see it.
And that's the problem. So, yeah.
And I take on board very much what you say. And I think it's an encouragement for women that have not even started their menopause. You do need to start looking outside the box.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get on this journey. No one is exempt from it. So you
That's
do
a really
need to
good
start looking at how does your relationship work. And then once you get on this journey, it becomes just a little bit easier with the partner.
Yeah.
It really does. And I don't think this is very insightful in terms of hearing
Absolutely.
Pete's story, how he contributes to the family lives, how he supports you and everything else. I think it's a very important story. But if there are women out there that don't have this, just start looking at yourself before we start blaming.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I would like to leave anyone who is listening to this, tell people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell people. It's kind of like you're preempting what may happen.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? I
definitely.
go to a couple of different clubs, do you know what I mean? And one of them is, you know, really, really good. And they ask, you know, something's going on with your body or anything else. And I was like, I'm menopausal.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
Yeah.
in the trenches.
Yeah.
And they went, thank you. But now everybody knows that. But I think
Yeah.
I've done that, one, obviously, because this is one of the clubs that I go to, but two, to kind of like give myself a little break if I bite someone's head off.
Yeah, I think
But
you know
also to
you have
tell
to tell
them.
people. You have to tell people.
Why is she so horrible today? Why is she so tearful?
There's only so long you can keep on that bandwagon, though,
I know,
Kirsty.
30 years.
Yeah, because no, definitely, it's about prepping, and it's about not just prepping yourself, but about prepping the people around you, because with your fibro, you've already got someone that seen you at your worst, knows how to look after you. So if you like, you've kind of, not saying that you're,
I've already got a little bit of a cushion, haven't I?
you have. So if you think about it, that if you took that cushion away, I'm sure he would still be the same person that he is, but he might somehow struggle a little bit because he wouldn't
wouldn't
know.
know.
Because with fibro, it's very much you can mostly count symptoms on either one hand or two, but menopause you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's most probably about 30 plus symptoms. So that's the struggle, I think.
Can I say thank you to you as well, and to you, Carol, just for bringing it up as well? Do you know what I mean? And doing all these podcasts, because I have learned so much.
Oh, that's lovely.
Honestly, I really have.
Thank you. Well, you know, it's about exploring, isn't it?
Definitely.
And I'm very excited for season 2 because we have got some really good guests coming up. I mean, it's going a new direction. But ladies, I'm going to wrap up unless there's anything else that you want to say.
Well, I'm going to say thank you to Pete for
Yeah.
sharing.
Yeah.
I want to encourage other men that might pop in and listen to this
Yes,
podcast. Please
absolutely.
share your story, because we talk as women, but we don't hear the men that are out there. And there are men out there that are practically don't know anything or just suffering in a never-ending zone that they can't see the end for it.
Yeah.
So
No, I
please-
agree.
please
I agree.
share.
That's a good one.
Everything that Carol said.
All right. So I think that's a real good wrap for today. Okay, that's a wrap. I'm really excited. It's the 2nd episode and we're doing very, very well. So first of all, I just want to say thank you to Pete again for what he did. He was incredible for his honesty. Little clap there for you. Now, it's a bit different this time. So if you like what we did, please like, rate and subscribe. There is a monetization button, and that is because we're now non-profit. So if you'd like to contribute to us to help us continue, please do so. Kirsty, what do people need to do in case they want to get in touch?
Okay, so if you'd like to be a guest on this podcast, you do not need any experience. You just need to be honest and open and able to talk. There's a surprise. Contact us via the platform that you are listening to, or email us at menopauseddinners@gmail.com.
Thank you very much. I want to say thank you, as always, to Kirsty.
Thank you. Goodbye.
And Carol.
Bye.
And I want to leave you with this final thought. So menopause sucks, but with friends, it sucks a whole lot less. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Menopause Dinners is sponsored by Fitness Therapy for You. We'd like to thank Reverie Sports and Leisure for hosting the podcast and support group sessions. The information we share on food and supplementation is from our own experiences, and if you're suffering from a medical condition, please get medical advice before trying any supplementation.